Moving on, a big Indian contingent is in Davos to attend the World Economic Forum 2026, the annual event that brings most influential political and business leaders to discuss the pressing issues facing the world. Chief ministers from several Indian states are also present to woo investors. And on day one, Maharashtra government led by Devendra Fadnavis signed 19 MOUs or memorandums of understanding worth 14.50 lakh crore worth of investment. Investments are in the field of green energy, food processing, steel manufacturing, digital infrastructure. And as for the government, these MOUs will lead to 15 lakh job opportunities in the state. Let's listen into what the Maharashtra CM had to say.
और मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि डावोस एक ऐसी जगह है कि आज के जियोपॉलिटिक्स में जो एक कनेक्टेड इकोनॉमी है, इस कनेक्टेड इकोनॉमी में आपको रेलेवेंट रहना है तो आपको डावोस आना है, क्योंकि ये ऐसी जगह है जहां पर बिजनेसेस एक दूसरे से मिलते हैं या इनोवेशन, टेक्नोलॉजी, बिजनेस प्रोसेसेस, इसके कई नई चीजें यहां सीखने को मिलती है। दुनिया किस प्रकार से बदल रही है इसके बारे में भी हमको सीखने को मिलता है। और विशेष रूप से एक इसका बाय प्रोडक्ट भी है कि बिजनेसेस कनेक्ट होते हैं, तो कुछ एमओयूज भी हम लोगों के होते हैं, कुछ इन्वेस्टमेंट भी उसमें आती है। जहां तक महाराष्ट्र का सवाल है, तो हम लोगों ने इस बार बड़े पैमाने पर स्ट्रेटेजिक एमओयूज पर ध्यान केंद्रित किया है। हमने बर्कले के साथ, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बर्कले, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ अपने MIT के साथ, या इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ जियोलॉजी जो है उसके साथ, ऐसे जो बहुत ही आइकॉनिक दुनिया की इंस्टीट्यूशंस है उनके साथ हम लोगों ने टेक्निकल और स्ट्रेटेजिक एमओयूज किए हैं इस बार।
We also have a reaction coming in from Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, who spoke about the importance of India's story at the World Economic Forum.
आज डावोस 2026 में भारत का डेलीगेशन और यहाँ पे जितने भी मेजर इवेंट्स हैं उन सब में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। मेरे साथ महाराष्ट्र के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री देवेंद्र जी फडणवीस जी साथ हैं, और जिस तरह से यहाँ पर डावोस में भारत की प्रेजेंस है, जिस तरह से प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का डेवलपमेंट और इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ का सब जगह जो चर्चा है, और टेक्नोलॉजी में किस तरह से इंडिया लीडरशिप ले रहा है, इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ में किस तरह से भारत की लीडरशिप हो रही है, उसकी सब जगह चर्चा है।
But the opposition is not impressed. Congress party has slammed Maharashtra government for signing MOUs with Indian companies in Davos. Congress netas say these could have been signed at Sahyadri or Mantralaya or even in the fancy office Mangal Prabhat Lodha has built for himself. This was in response to Maharashtra government signing MOUs with Lodha developers. Congress netas say that taxpayers' money is being wasted. Here's a reaction coming in from the opposition.
सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि जो davos में समिट हो रहा है उससे हमारे देश को क्या फायदा मिलने वाला है। आज देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश की अगर हम बात करें तो लगातार इन्वेस्टर समिट के नाम पे MOU साइन होते रहे। बताया गया कि इतने लाख करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रहा है, लेकिन जमीन पे, धरातल पे कुछ भी दिखाई नहीं दिया गया। ऐसे ही जाकर के महाराष्ट्र सरकार जो है MOU साइन कर रही है डावोस में, निश्चित रूप से उससे हम उन राज्यों को क्या मिलने वाला है, वहाँ की आम जनता के जीवन में क्या फर्क आने वाला है, ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण और फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन है, जिसका जवाब मुझे लगता है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार को देना चाहिए।
All right, moving on, Minister for Electronics and Information Technology Ashwini Vaishnav pushed back strongly against remarks by International Monetary Fund Managing Director that placed India in a second grouping of AI powers, asserting that global benchmarks show the country among the top tier and that India is building capabilities across the full artificial intelligence stack. Ashwini Vaishnav pushes back after IMF chief calls India second-tier AI power.
Fastest growing major economy in the world, an AI player, but clearly in the second grouping that Kristalina is talking about, have to think about alignments with the United States or China to a degree, but how much do you have to think about that as a country like India? How much can you chart your own course irrespective of what the Americans and Chinese are doing?
Actually, clearly in the first group, and the reason for that is, there are 5 layers in the AI architecture: the application layer, the model layer, the chip layer, the infra layer, and the energy layer. We are working on all the 5 layers making very good progress in all the 5 layers. On the application layer, we will probably be the biggest supplier of services to the world. Go to an enterprise, understand the business of enterprise, understand the working of that enterprise, and provide that service using AI applications. That's going to be the biggest factor of success or successful deployment of AI, because that's where ROI comes from. ROI doesn't come from creating a very large model. 95% of the work can happen with models which are 20 billion or 50 billion parameters. We are creating a bouquet of such models. We already have a bouquet of such models which are now being deployed in multiple sectors to increase the productivity, to increase the efficiency.
Rishabh is joining us with more details. So the union minister there corrected the IMF chief and said India is in the first grouping. This also comes at a time when New Delhi is preparing for an AI summit.
See, one thing is very clear, that India is not going to take things lying low. And that is the reason that the Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav is very clear that do not treat us as a second-grade AI country. We are someone who are the pioneers, and our preparedness for AI is ranked number 3 by international organizations, and hence do adhere to that ranking as well. India is hosting the AI summit this year in the 3rd week of February, where you have countries like France, US, China,
right.
UAE and other important players of AI coming in.
Rishabh, stay on with us. Let me also bring in Hina. She's joining us from the Newspit. So the union minister there countering the IMF chief, correcting him, and he's also talking about the criteria as per which Stanford has placed India in the number 3 position when it comes to AI preparedness. So certainly in the first grouping.
Well, absolutely. You know, it's very interesting what we witnessed at the World Economic Forum in Davos. So there was a panel discussion wherein the IMF MD in a way tried to, suggest that India is a second-tier AI power. Now, this impression is being created because, across the world, there is this race to become a superpower as far as artificial intelligence is concerned. United States of America has managed to make ChatGPT, Gemini, there's Grok as well. China was quick to come out with DeepSeek. But when it comes to India, the largest economy in the world, what do we have in terms of AI? So the narrative perhaps that was being created is that perhaps India is a little behind as far as the AI race is concerned. And then we had a very interesting rebuttal coming in from Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav on the stage, and this is the panel discussion that I'm talking about, wherein Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav actually did not talk about rhetorics or narrative here. He quoted hard data. He quoted Stanford's Global AI Index that actually ranks India 3rd globally as far as AI preparedness is concerned. And he also questioned IMF MD, saying, he doesn't really understand what kind of classification or criteria is she really using to say that India is a second-tier AI power, because when it comes to hard data, India is ranked number 3 globally in AI preparedness.
Right. Rishabh and Hina, thank you very much for getting us the details. We're moving on.